Good afternoon, everyone. Breaking news here from Channel 4. We're cutting into programming for this. A Blue Angel plane has crashed near the Smyrna airport.
Now, this is a picture that may show the aftermath.
The Blue Angels are expecting to put out a press release any minute now. We know that they were practicing in Smyrna, gearing up for this air show.
This is video from Facebook that someone has posted that we're showing you right now of the aftermath of that crash, that big plume of smoke there. We want to go to roll a story from Brianna Arredondo, who talked to the Blue Angels, members of the Blue Angels, about the safety and the training, and hopefully this will bode well.
While airport officials want spectators to enjoy this experience, their top priority is being safe and accident-free. No accidents in the show's history, and airport officials want to keep it that way.
I think there's maybe 39 different agencies that we work with as far as emergency planning goes, and we meet all year long.
While the FAA says air show accidents are rare, these pilots know they have a challenging job.
It's a very gradual, methodical process, and in that, at each and every step of the way, we have multiple safety buffers built into everything.
We also have Liz Loheist, who has arrived on scene right now. Liz, hopefully we've got a picture of you. Tell us what you're seeing and what you're experiencing.
Yeah, Tracy, we just got here. When we pulled up, it was the parking lot actually of the Fairway Meadows apartment in Smyrna. When we first pulled up, we saw a lot of smoke. There's less of that now, but we see a lot of emergency vehicles. It looks like Smyrna police are here as well as the FAA. There's many people standing around here telling us they have pictures and videos that they're trying to send us right now. They say it was just a terribly chaotic situation, very scary when the Blue Angels plane went down.
We have received word, too, that there is a confirmed fatality. We believe the pilot has died in that crash.
We do have a witness there to the crash on the phone with us right now.
When I looked out the window, I saw the plane was upside down. It looked like it was upside down, and then all of a sudden it just blew up, and it was a big ball of smoke, and it just dropped.
We just got this release from the town of Smyrna minutes ago. They are confirming that this crash did occur during an afternoon maneuver session in preparation for the Great Tennessee Air Show this weekend.
I've been talking to a lot of people around this apartment complex. They are just devastated and very shaken up that somebody lost their life today and that they were so close to it. They could see it. They could feel it. They saw a huge plume of smoke coming as well as a fire. One woman that I talked to says she was in her apartment when she felt a shake, and the shake was so impactful she actually fell to the ground.
Right here, you can see that this is the Smyrna airport. You see the landing strip here. The plane took off, and then as it tried to ascend into the air to do a maneuver, as witnesses said to us earlier, it went down right in this area.
And here is a Snapchat shot, and you can see the caption there that this person put up there. I think one crashed. As they take a look, let's all watch. You see the four flying, and then you see that black plume. And other eyewitnesses had said that there was another plane circling over that area.
We're just getting that release, as you did, Tracy, from the Naval Air Forces, saying for the first time that this was a mishap. They're calling this a mishap, that the pilot was taking off at the start of the afternoon practice. And again, they are withholding that pilot's name as they try to notify family right now.
We have a 911 call from the scene of the accident. This just coming into our newsroom. Let's go ahead and we're going to listen to it for the first time with all of you at home.
We've got a fireball at the rec park. We've had some kind of explosion near the rec park. I don't know if it's a plane or what.
We're waiting for the military to arrive, and there they are. Military, they're fire personnel, police personnel, a host of emergency responders as well, and they're about to begin the news conference. Let's listen in.
It's been confirmed that it was, in fact, a Blue Angel that went down, and there was one fatality.
The airport authority and the FAA has put a 2-mile air restriction around this incident.
We want to go to Nancy Amons, who is in the newsroom right now with a look back at the Blue Angels and its history. Nancy.
Well, it has been a dangerous job. A number of pilots have lost their lives. In fact, 26 Blue Angels have been killed in air shows or training accidents since they formed. The first one back in 1946.
We are now releasing the name of the Blue Angel pilot.
We have been told we can tell you who it is. It is Marine Captain Jeff Cuss. Marine Captain Jeff Cuss against the Blue Angels combined of both Navy and Marine captains. So this is a picture of Captain Jeff Cuss putting that human face to the life and the sadness we've been reporting here all afternoon.
Joining me now, though, is Bill Lynch, who was actually here right behind the elementary school. He was here watching the practice round. Tell us what you saw, what you heard.
Well, they started up. I could hear the engines roaring over at the airport, and then here they come. The first one come, and it was doing like a angle like this, and it was climbing. And then the second one come, and it was just going, you could tell it was and it was trying to stall, and it was going really slow.
Been doing some research in the last 30 minutes here, trying to get the most accurate information, and what seems to be the most accurate has come from the LynchburgAirshow.com, who did a feature on Captain Cuss a few weeks ago. We've gathered more information, and so far we know that he was a married young man with 2 children with his wife from Durango, Colorado.
How is this really going to affect this community for probably years to come?
Well, it's one of those things, unfortunately, you're going to remember where you were when you heard about it, and there were individuals that see them practicing, and that kind of builds the excitement for the event. And then all of a sudden, there's a pall over this because of the tragedy, and it's going to affect us.
Just beyond that tree line you see behind me, there are neighborhoods. So we're talking about dozens of homes. And since it's summer and kids are out of school, many people were home when this crash occurred. They saw it, they felt it, and now they have frightening accounts of exactly what they experienced. Now, just a short while ago, I spoke to a grandmother and her granddaughter who live about a half of a mile from where the crash site is. They were sitting at their kitchen table just talking when they felt and saw the crash.
We've been talking about some of the interview we've been trying to get from Knoxville with Captain Jeff Cuss, who just died today, who was just interviewed when the air show came to Knoxville.
Absolutely. He was answering some questions from folks about what it's like to fly a Blue Angel, and here was his response.
I've got a question here this afternoon from Braxton Folk. Going to answer it here the best I can. He says, how do you become a pilot? Well, it's a long process. It takes a lot of time and a lot of hard work.
No! Oh, no! We've got a fireball at the rec park. We've had some kind of explosion. I don't know if it's a plane or what.
I'm Captain Jeff Cuss with the U.S. Navy Blue Angels.
I was actually just praying that whoever was in that plane was okay or they got out. I was hoping, I was like, dear God, please let them have a parachute.
I'm extremely grateful for the family and friends that have gotten me to where I am and the great team that I'm a part of here.
This crash is all anybody here in Smyrna can talk about. They say it's going to be hard to get the images and sounds out of their heads.
I think I could describe it as like a huge crash of thunder, but it felt like electricity in the air.
Most felt it before they saw it.
The whole house shook tremendously like an earthquake. I lost my balance and I fell.
Cecilia Shaker lives in the Fairway Apartments on Weekly Lane, just yards from where the plane went down around 3 o'clock.
Seen a big cloud of smoke, and you could see flames and feel the heat.
Dozens crowded around the scene.
I see a fireball and black smoke everywhere.
Waiting for news, hoping for the best, but expecting the worst.
I feel bad for the family. And in my heart, I'm going to say an extra prayer for him tonight and for his family. And God bless them. God bless them. I'm sorry.
Flying along with serving his country is what Captain Cuss loved doing, and it's clear tonight that he will be remembered as a hero.
God bless America.
An entire nation, along with the Smyrna community, mourning the loss of a hero tonight.
And he's a hero.
That hero is this man, 32-year-old Jeff Cuss from Durango, Colorado. He leaves behind a wife and 2 young children. And those in Smyrna tonight who didn't know him thank him for what he did here. They say he chose his life over others in the community by not deploying his parachute.
Like the parachute would be way up in the air, and I didn't see one. And that was just, the way the Blue Angels kept circling, it was just very sad.
It's built into them to save other people's lives before their own. So he sacrificed his life when it could have been much worse.